come on. It's a bit sus, innit? It's a bit sus to me. The
good tea, the good tea with a cup of Khafi.
Welcome to The Good Tea with me, your host, Khafi, aka a cup of Khafi. Welcome. This is a new thing I'm doing on my channel where I'm going to be talking about things that are happening in the news, things that are trending, what's going on. And, you know, it may seem like bad news or bad tea, but I'm making it the good tea. We're going to be talking about what are the things we can take away from it, what are the things we can learn, what lessons are there to be had. Okay. If you are with me, I want you to drop some tea emojis in the comments. I want you to drop some hashtag the good tea, whatever it may be. Drop it in the comments. I want to know if you guys are with me on this new journey. So anyway, let's talk about Blue Therapy. Guys, this show is good. Now, one thing I'm going to say is that no one can tell me anything. This show is not scripted. And I can say that with my chest. I don't know the people running it. I don't know the organizers. I don't know any of the participants. Listen, but I'm telling you, it is not scripted. That show is not scripted. There's no way these real things can be coming out. Those reactions, pause, ad-libs. Preach. Those ad-libs are not, it's like, they're not scripted. Period. This show is not a scripted show. Let me just start off by saying that it's 100% real. This is stuff that is happening in real people's lives. Even people who are in relationships can see. So for me, you know, people are already like vilifying certain people. I love it. I love what happened with Deborah and Jamal. You know, first of all, Deborah came out to be the villain. Then all of a sudden now, you know, everyone's turning on Jamal. I'm telling you guys, listen, there are no villains in relationships. Both people have put themselves there. They're in that relationship. They are together for a reason. So that's the first thing I'm going to say off the bat. But let's talk about episode 4. You know, episode 1, 2, 3, you guys, we've been watching, we've been doing our thing. But let's talk about episode 4. For me, Choma took a lashing. From Paul. It was not nice what he did. Listen, like I said, I don't take sides. It's their relationship. They're both in it. They're both still together. So there's reasons that they are there. There are reasons that there's something that someone is giving. There's something that they're getting from each other, which is why they are still in the relationship. However, Paul went a bit far to go and speak about her weight.
But you just said I didn't say your fact. You're the one that said the word fact. Did I say fact?
First and foremost, Choma, you look beautiful, honey bunny. If you're watching this, you are a stunning African lady. You know, say you drive me crazy. Dun, dun, dun. For real, like, you're a beautiful African woman, and I love that you're in touch with your culture. I love that you want to cook those African meals.
I'm proud of the dishes I cook.
Paul said he is not, you know, about that African thing. He's like, oh yeah, we're African, yes, but we're in London right now. However, he's the most African man I've ever seen. Like, he's such an African man. He's got such an African mindset about your wife or girlfriend, you know, cooking, being at home, cooking for you, doing this, doing that, looking after your sister's children just because she loves you. That's so African. I'm married to a 100% Niger man, and even he doesn't act like that. So you are very African. You're saying you don't want to be associated with the food, or, you know, you want to do the African thing when you're in Africa and play the blaster African music that, like, he said, I'll be in the village. Paul, if I catch you, Paul, we are African and proud over here. Oh. We are African and proud. We are Niger and proud. Niger for life. Let me just tell you that right now. But what I need everybody to understand is that Paul, I don't believe he's doing this maliciously. I actually believe that Paul and Choma really care for each other. They really, really care for each other. Like, they actually love each other. And they've been together for 3 years. Think about it, guys. 3 years. My last relationship before my husband was 2 years. And I know how I felt coming out of that relationship. Let alone someone that you're with for 3 years. Something's going right. And this is what we need to think about when we think about therapy. First and foremost, I think therapy is an amazing thing. I think everybody should have therapy. Me and my husband had therapy before we got married. But that's the whole purpose of therapy. It brings out all of these dirty rags that you haven't spoken about. It brings out all of these things that are just lying under the surface. On a normal day, we can have a happy, smiley life. But then when you have to confront things, especially in front of a third party, everything comes spilling out. Trust me. Everything comes spilling out. So obviously what we're going to see are the negatives of the relationship, because that is what needs to be discussed. And I actually like what the therapist on Blue Story, shout out to Rap Man. But I love what the therapist on Blue Therapy is doing. People said she's an actress. She has probably worked as an actress before, but that does not mean she's less of a therapist. I think she's doing a fantastic job. She's also trying to remind them of what was that thing that made them fall in love with each other in the first place. And honestly, when they had to just look at each other in the eyes and then they burst out laughing, you can tell the children in them, like the kid in them, like they do love each other. They actually do. But that's the thing, is love enough to sustain a relationship? So I feel like the lesson that we can take out of this whole Blue Therapy thing is, 1, therapy is good. 2, don't expect therapy to start bringing up the good things, even though this therapist is trying to, let people remember, why they fell in love, what's going on, all of this stuff. But actually, it's normal that they're going to be discussing all of the difficult things that they haven't discussed before. That's the whole point of therapy, getting you out of your comfort zone, making you talk about things that you don't talk on a regular. Otherwise, why would you need a third party? Like even Choma said that Paul had never told her he was depressed. Like he had never told her, I was depressed and that is why I used to eat. For me, that was shocking. Like I would be like, wow, like for me to hear it the first time I'm in a therapy room, that would be shocking. And Choma, acted accordingly. She was quite hurt by that. She was quite sad that he didn't feel comfortable to tell her that. And Paul, has his reasons or whatever. But the thing that Paul is doing now, how can I put it? He's putting his hurt onto her. So hurting people hurt people. He was fat once upon a time, using Choma's words. When she met him, he was fat. When I met you, you were fat. That's what she said. So now he probably still has that shame around his weight that he's now passing on to Choma. So his hurt, the hurt that he's done, he no longer wants it to be around him. So him seeing Choma put on weight, even though, like I said, to me, Choma, you are beautiful, honey. You are stunning. You've got a nice curvy African woman figure. Like you're just wonderful. Like to me, you're not overweight, but you guys know yourselves. I don't know if you've put on weight. I don't know. But even if you have, you're beautiful. That's bottom line. You're beautiful. But anyway, so he has shame around weight. And so he feels like he has to control that aspect of Choma's life or the people around him to be in that particular, to be able to be around his Mayfair clients. And they keep talking about this Mayfair this, Mayfair that. Listen, honey bunny, Mayfair's not in your house. Just like the therapist said, with all due respect, the Mayfair clients are not in your house with you. We are Niger to the core. If your girl wants to use palm oil, if your girl wants to blast Wizkid, let her be. Let her be. And I really love what Blue Therapy is doing. It is letting us understand that not everything is always rosy in relationships. That does not mean that they should not be together. I think what happens now is that it depends on whether or not they want to work on it. Whether or not all these things have come to the surface, is it going to change anything? That's the question. Is it actually going to change anything? If it isn't going to change anything, let everybody part their ways, pack their bags and go. Or if you guys like the whole toxic dependent thing, and I wouldn't even call any of the relationships toxic. I'm going to come on to Jamal and Deborah later, but I wouldn't call any of the relationships toxic. I just think this is what relationships are like, guys. This is what relationships are like. There are certain things that piss you off about your partner. There are certain things, and look, the whole intimacy thing for me, that is a no-go area. You withhold intimacy from me, I'm withholding the whole relationship. I'm out. Do not withhold intimacy from me. Do not withhold intimacy from me. I actually have a podcast called Naked Love Podcast. You guys should listen to it. We spoke about intimacy was it last episode? And for me, that is a way I express my love. I want to be physical with my partner. If my partner is not being physical with me, or if he rejects sex from me, like that is going to blimmin' hurt. That is going to really, really hurt me. So Choma is doing so well. She's trying so hard for this relationship to work. I just pray that Paul would meet her halfway. Like she said, she may have a higher sex drive than you, but she's not saying do it every single day. Like, she's just saying, let's meet halfway. And I pray Paul opens his eyes, shine your eye, or shine your Niger, shine your eye. Shine your eye well, and see what you have in front of you, Paul. You have a beautiful woman. Meet her halfway. For me, intimacy is non-negotiable. If you're into me, Like I said on the podcast, intimacy means you're into me physically and emotionally. Do you know what I mean? So I think that aspect, what Paul, I see where Paul is coming from. He wants to build. He wants to build. And that's the thing. A lot of men, that is what they want to do. They want to build. Do you know what I mean? They want to build. They have a vision for the future. And I love that about men. You strong black men, come on. Come on. I love that about you. I love that about you. Yes, let's build together. Let's do this. Let's do that together. But at the same time, let's not forget the things on the way. Listen, happy wife, happy life. Do not forget that. You can get all of these things. You can get all of the money. You can get all the Mayfair clients. But if your wife, if your partner that you're living this life with is not happy, all of those things will count for nothing. Trust me, all those things will count for nothing. So I really hope that they can sort themselves out. I pray that their intimacy increases. I pray, this is just a reminder for all of us. If you're with somebody, love them wholeheartedly, love them with all of you. Good vibes only, baby. Good vibes only, baby. Like, literally, love them with all of you. Love them with all of you. Don't take them for granted. Don't take them for granted. Choma is a beautiful girl. She's a really cool guy. Paul is an ambitious man, and I respect him for that. Paul, keep striving. Keep doing your thing. You are going to get there. Do you know what I mean? But also at the same time, have some compassion. Have some compassion for your boo, for your babe. Them guys were like, babe. Like, do you know what I mean? Bless them. Have some compassion. So, next couple, Jamal and Deborah. Whew. Let me just sip my tea real quick. Jamal and Deborah. I feel like their love is like a puppy love. Their love is very young, very, like they don't know so much about love yet. Like, they've said in previous episodes that this is Deborah's first real relationship. And I think that really comes across in their behavior. I would say the same with Jamal, but I don't feel like Jamal has ever really been so serious about someone in his life. So it's it's a completely different dynamic. This one is all about, I don't trust you, I don't this, I don't that. And like I said, Deborah was a bit vilified in the previous episode. She was a bit, hated on, for saying, oh, I want this, I want that. And this is why I said there's no good or bad guy in these relationships. Unless you're being physically abused, and that under no, like under any circumstances, that's obviously the bad person, get out. But like there's no good or bad person. They both have their thing. So obviously, yeah, she wants nice things, she wants this, she wants that. Fine, let's park that. For the Jamal, on the other hand, he wants to have his cake and eat it. That's just what I see for Jamal. Bless him. He's just a cool, happy-go-lucky guy. He just wants to do his thing. Again, he's another strong black man that just wants to provide. He wants to do his thing. He wants to be the man. But I sense from him that he wants to have his cake and eat it. And so many of us in life, that's what we want. We want to be able to have everything we want. Like, I want to be able to not do anything all day and have a successful life. I want to be able to chill all day and have a successful life. It doesn't work like that. I need to put in the work. Like, we have to put in the work. It just doesn't work like that. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like Jamal is the same. Jamal is, he wants to have a really beautiful girlfriend, a lovely girlfriend that he can come home to, or he could, have her there, but he still wants to live the bachelor lifestyle. That's what I see. He wants to live the bachelor lifestyle. He doesn't want to be accountable.
The issues that I don't trust you.
Deborah
so
as well doesn't even really want to be accountable. They just want to be young and live their lives, but have each other there. And again, there's reasons that they're still in this relationship, guys. Don't watch these things and just think, oh, this person is, oh, I can't believe. They're both there. They're both getting something from this relationship. There's still something that they are both benefiting from this relationship. So, sometimes it can be really hard to step back from something because you feel like the one good thing overweighs the 10 bad. So I totally understand where they're coming from. But I have to say, Jamal, you were caught in 4D. You were caught in HD with those Afro Nation tickets. I had to say, I saw myself a bit in Deborah, when she felt like she won. She was like, oh, so can you just read this, please? Can you just read this? Can you just read this out loud? I was like, Deborah. She was like, can you just read? Like, the look on her face, she just felt so accomplished. Like, just read this. You said you're not going to Afro Nation. Just read this. Right, read this one time. Read this. It made me laugh so much. But that's dodgy. And Jamal, bless him, he was trying to be like, oh no, but I was gonna surprise.
I'm being honest. Like,
Dude,
I genuinely wanted to surprise her and have a good time.
Surprise you, Kinney. Surprise you, Kinney. Surprise you for where? And shout out to Smade and Afro Nation. I'm so happy it's back on. I'm so happy that you guys can do your thing. Like, I'm so happy Afro Nation is back on, and I'm happy for Smade. I'm happy for all the organizers, because I know it was all in the air, but thank God it's all back on. But this is what it's doing to relationships. People are fighting over Afro Nation and their relationships. But yeah, Jamal, I can't help you, bro. One of the comments was like, I can't help you. I can't help you, bro. I can't help you, bro. And it's true. I actually can't help you. But, you know, it's funny how sometimes men act like they feel like I don't know how they have it in their head. They think they're actually going to get away with certain things. And it's just like, no, you're obviously not going to get away with it. If she hadn't found the ticket, that, like, she would have found out anyway. She definitely would have found out anyway. But it's so cute in a way when men think, oh yeah, I can try and do this and I'll get away with it. No, like, just be real. Just be real. Just be real. Just be real, you know? And so the lessons I would say from this couple are the fact that, you know, there's both give and take for both situations. Like, both people are getting something out of this relationship. Jamal, you need to be careful with men like Jamal. Seems like he's got a really good heart. He's a really cool guy, but he still just wants to live his life. He still wants to live his life. He wants to have the girl and also have other girls. Not saying he's necessarily cheating, but he just wants to live that life. And some guys just aren't ready for that responsibility yet. And that's okay. That is okay. Do you know what I mean? But you need to find a girl who doesn't demand that of you, or just not have a go at this time. Do you know what I mean? That's the way to balance it. Because Jamal can have you there thinking you're crazy. She's like, no, you lied to me. You lied to me. Deborah's like, you lied to me. You lied. And he's like, oh, no, I don't. Why don't you trust me? Why don't you trust me? And Deborah has really good points as to why she doesn't, you know? But then he would just make you feel like you're going crazy. So it was, honestly, I'm not going to lie, I was kind of rooting for Deborah when she got that Afro Nation ticket out. I was just like, okay, girl won. Like, what are you gonna say, Jamal? And he's like, it's not that deep. That was the first thing that came out of his mouth. It's not that deep. And I'm like, Jamal, I'm rooting for you. I want to help you all. I want to help my Ghanaian brother. I really wanted to help you, but come on, she has a point. You're lying. Like, you're hiding things from her. Even if genuinely you wanted to surprise her, Jamal, even if you genuinely wanted to surprise her, like, come on. It's a bit sus, innit? It's a bit sus to me. Another thing that Jamal got a lot of stick from was the fact that he said he used to like Deborah's sister. I don't think there was anything wrong with that. Maybe he didn't need to say it. He probably didn't need to say it. But again, he probably got a bit carried away. Oh, we're in therapy. We can say whatever we want. Woohoo, woohoo. But so what if he found my sister attractive? Do you know what I mean? And I know Deborah, bless her, she was like, so you think I'm second best? So you think I'm second best? Why did you move to me? And then he gave a genuine thing. I met you and I liked you. Do you know what I mean? I don't feel like there's anything. But then again, I don't have any sisters, so I don't know how I would feel if somebody said, oh, I liked your sister first. I can't imagine that. I don't have any sisters. But I didn't think it was that deep. He said his truth. That was something he didn't know. And he thought it was a fun fact. Bless him. He was like, yeah, well, you know, I used to like your sister. He thought it was a fun fact. Bless him. He genuinely thought he was just saying a nice little fun piece of information. And everybody was like, okay. And then obviously she took it the wrong way. And then Deborah, bless her. Again, this is what I mean about, I feel like it's more of a puppy love with them. She immediately wanted to do something else to hurt Jamal. And she said, I've got an OnlyFans account. And bless Jamal, his face. Again, these reactions let you know that I was about to say Blue Story. Why do I keep saying Blue Story? Blue therapy is not fake. Like, you cannot act Jamal's like his facial expressions. He was genuinely shocked. And Deborah, bless her, like, she's just like a young girl. She's just like, yeah, I do. I'm not going to do anything with it, though. Obviously, you were, girlfriend. Let's not beat around the bush. You were going to do something on there. You probably might just show a little bit of a bra strap. I don't know. You were going to do something. You're not going to make an OnlyFans count for no reason. Girl, let's be real. We're telling your man to be honest. Let's be honest as well as girls. Come on. You were obviously going to do something on that. or it gave you some sort of kick from doing it. But either way, she got she got the reaction that she wanted from Jamal. And again, he's saying, that I don't want to be here anymore. Why am I in this relationship? I think this is over. This is done. But that's the thing. Again, therapy opens up these wounds. Therapy will open up. It's like a plaster. You've got a cut and they have to put a sting. They have to put some oxide on it to get all of the dirt and stuff out of it. But it's for the better. So I really hope that these relationships can, face the test of time. I really hope so. And I don't think either of them are going to give up on it very easily. But if they want to make it work, and I feel like this is the lesson that we can all take away from Blue Therapy, relationships are not black and white. They are not black and white. There's going to be a lot of gray areas in relationships. And we really need to just be open to that. We need to be open, like this whole thing of relationships. And that's the problem. What I really like about Blue Therapy is that it's not giving us that whole beautiful thing that we see on social media all the time. I'm married. I'm married to my amazing husband. I love my husband, but I don't put up videos of when we're arguing. In my podcast, there's some episodes where I had just had an argument with him, and you could probably hear that in the podcast, because my podcast is all about love. Like I said, if you haven't heard it already, Naked Love Podcast. It's on Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere that has podcasts, or you could go to premier.org.uk/naked love and you can listen to it there. But for me, that's what relationships do. And I love Blue Therapy and the fact that it is showing us the reality of these relationships. It's not all cozy. It's not all nice. And for people to be saying, God, when? And I'm going to be doing another video actually after this, talking about a couple of relationship breakups that have made people say, are relationships even real anymore? So I just feel like, it's really good. We can be honest with each other and see like, look, this is real relationships. And I honestly, I don't think these are unrealistic situations. Girl, Choma, I hope you and Paul are able to find that intimacy again. Deborah and Jamal, I hope you guys can actually go to Afro Nation together and have a good time. And I just hope everybody's willing to put in the work. That's it. That is the good tea we can take away from today. Put in the work for relationships to work. Simple as that. So this has been The Good Tea with me, your host, A Cup of Khafi. And I really hope you guys have enjoyed it. Let me know if you want to see more videos about this. Let me know if you want to see any other topics you want me to discuss. Like I said, there's a lot of bad news out there these days, but there's always something we can take away from it. So this is me. I'm signing out. If you haven't subscribed already, please press the subscribe button. You know what to do. Press that subscribe button. Support your girl. I'm going to be doing more videos like this. I didn't really want to. I don't always feel comfortable, not always. I don't really feel comfortable talking about other people's business. But I feel like, again, there's lessons. There are things that happen in the open for a reason. So let's talk about it. Let's discuss it and let's see. So. It's been a pleasure, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed and have a blessed day. Bye.